The market's still trading within a narrow range. Volumes all generally around, well, actually slightly less than 2 billion naira every day these days. Your thoughts on the activity we're seeing?
Thanks, Wole. We've seen a decrease in the volume of trades being executed on the floor of the stock exchange in the last few weeks. And I think it's largely because a lot of the foreign investors have slowed down their level of investment in the country. I mean, it's getting towards the year end, they are reappraising their portfolios, and they don't necessarily want to add additional risk right now. That does not take away the fact that the market is still the fundamentals are still very good, and I think we're going to see increase in volumes maybe as we get into the new year.
So you're saying by January we might see a little more volumes. You're saying that they are assessing their portfolios right now. I think it's a bit disappointing that we've seen volumes drop quite a bit since the market rallied in the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit disappointing, but that's the reality in this case. A lot of the investors have already positioned themselves at the beginning of the year, middle part of the year, and right now they are just sitting down trying to just ensure their portfolios reflect the gains that the NSE has returned to them so far in the year.
Now, the NSE is launching an initiative, value-added services, today. I want to get your thoughts on the impact it's likely to have, particularly for small caps, SME companies that are listed on the NSE. I think part of that initiative is to provide an option with respect to investor relations for many of these companies to be able to get their message out there. Your thoughts on the impact this is likely to have on our markets?
I think it's a very great initiative from the Nigerian Stock Exchange and the management. They are really being innovative. What we've observed in the market is that because these small caps are not the focus of most research houses, the NSE has now devised a means with an independent research house to actually cover these stocks and be able to tell their stories independently on the portals of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. They are taking it a step further as well by introducing an institutional investors section on the portal as well as having an arrangement with the Institute of Directors to enhance the corporate governance levels of Nigerian corporates. I think all in all, it's going to enhance the value that investors will have on these small caps, and they're going to see a lot of gold in the trough that have not been mined so far. So it's a good thing that they're doing this, and I hope the market will respond to it positively.
Well, we certainly hope so, especially when you add the market-making initiative to that. Clearly, we're seeing a lot of innovation from the NSE these days. Final point on the Naira for me, your thoughts on the significance of the stability we're seeing, particularly for foreign investors. I know Stanbic IBTC deals with quite a number of foreign investors. So what are they telling you about the Naira, especially going into next year? Are they confident that we will see a stable Naira?
Yes, I memean, we are foreseeing a stable currency. I mean, this week, for example, the country's currency appreciated from 157.65 to 157.32 yesterday, and we actually see it appreciating a bit further. The central bank has reinstated its view to ensure that the currency remains stable, I mean, this year and going to the next year, and foreign investors actually believe what the central bank has said, and that is helping them in making their investment decisions to come into the country and still have access to the high yields relative to other emerging markets right now.